Good morning, afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentle people. Well, it's just hit 2 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, and we're so close to be able to jump into that next match. The teams are still in map number one. To tell you how close it is, right now it's 11 to 12. I wish we could watch it because that sounds like a fantastic match. But we're going to be able to jump into map 2, which means it's going to be a start, or at least the midway through what could be a wonderful series. Thank you all for joining here today. It is the LPL Summer Cup Open Qualifiers. What is the Open Qualifiers? Well, if you finish top 4, you get yourselves into the Evolution, which is your Legends, which is your Tier 1 league in the LPL. You come the next following 8, so that will be from 5th to 12th. You'll get yourself in the Evolutions bracket. Anything after that, you can then apply to qualify or apply to play in the amateur or open leagues from there on out for the rest of the season, and then go through the normal channels of your relegations and promotions to get up into your higher rounds. One final note is that 4 teams have already been invited to the LPL Legends. Do I know what those teams are? I have no clue. I can have a little bit of a guess. I think 2 teams that definitely come to mind would be Order and Bonkers. The other 2 teams, up to LPL to see what comes on through. Once again, they're not certain. I'm just guessing from the top of my head. But we can take a very strong thought it could be one of those 2 teams making themselves already into the top brackets if they're going in there. And, well, it looks like we have a map that's just finished. So hopefully we can get ourselves into that lobby, because if we can get ourselves into that lobby, we can get our map number 2. So let's see if we can sneak on in. I'm requesting an invite now. Hoping to get into the party. Please let me into the party. So, yes, again, if we don't get into it, we might see if we can sneak into another match going on. I can already see another match that's 14 and 13. Whew, that is a series going on there. Another one on my friends list because I got a lot of the players added. 11-11. So, yeah, it's doing pretty well. We get an invite. Let me in. Let me in. Good news is, being LPL communicasters, we can't say no to us. You can try. We can force our way in if we really wanted to, but we wouldn't do that most of the time. We are according to the rules, I think somewhere down in broadcasting, LPL community casters and LPL staff and admin are allowed to jump on in and observe any match they wish to, so on and so forth. Okay, let's just ask them. One first map. Was it? Ernie? Okay, thanks. So we got some news from the players. The first map was Haven. It was a 13-11 going to Motivational Lizards. So let's just make sure we get that up on our adjusting my overlays on the fly. Once again, this is all ad hoc. I'm just doing this on the fly with you all here to come along for the ride. So, match 1. What do we have? It looks like Motivational Lizards will be defending here in this next. Oh, excellent. They're already set up for this. Oh, beautiful. Them a point. Their opponents can lose the point. On my overlays, I'm not just taking away stuff from them at the moment. It's just come against it. Okay, cool. And I'm good to go on the overlays, which is fantastic because then that way we can jump straight into the game when both these tier teams are ready to go. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Again, thank you all for tuning on in. While I have you here and we're waiting for the games to start, I just want to do a little bit of a promotion for a tournament that I'm running, and that is the Give Back tournament. It is going to be coming up next Sunday. It is a 1-day best of 1 double elimination tournament with the best of 3 in the grand finals. You can win yourself a little bit of a prize pool: $70 for first place, $40 for second, and $20 for third. It was originally something I wanted to do to give back to the tournament. I got my first Twitch payout from Twitch, and I was like, you know what can I do with this money? I wanted to put it back into the Valorant scene. So for that, I decided, well, I am going to run a tournament. I want to try and get people together. If you're interested at all, you can find it on my You can find information on my Discord, or you can go into the challenge link, which I will post very shortly. Let me just find that as I'm getting added by one of the players. Challenge link. You'll probably see the challenge link before I actually mention it. EBT, the Give Back Tournament. If you're interested in getting the team together, there's no restrictions. Make sure you have 5 players. The link is in the chat if you are interested in getting involved in that. It's a free for all. I'm trying to get as many teams as possible and get everyone involved. It's something, like I said, want to give back. There's going to be giveaways as well on stream. I've also looking like we're going to have a few different casters that will be able to jump on board throughout the tournament as well. And I also want to say a huge thanks to Digital Cast. So originally, I had my prize pool, got the money, and Digital said he wanted to jump on in and contribute to that prize pool. So he chucked in another $50 to the prize pool, and that allowed us to raise up into the skies to about, what is it, 130? I think the total value is. So I'm pretty happy with that. And again, 1 day tournament. If you're interested, check it out there. That's enough I'll say about that. And well, we're still waiting for these teams to get on in. It looks like they might just be having a slight break in the lobby as I wait for them to kick us off. I just read chat. I'm a little unsure what's going on there. Fanta cubes? What? I don't know with you guys sometimes, but I still love you all. Well, most of you. There's like 2 guys that I know that come in here that are just like. I don't love. I'm not too sure what our second map's gonna be coming up into this. I'm still waiting for them at the moment. I'm not even sure if Motivational Lizards will be taking the defender's side. I'm just sitting in this lobby at the moment, waiting for everything to get kicked underway. So I might be missing out on something. There might be some external chat going on somewhere. I'm not sure. Again, I'm as almost as in the dark as the rest of you as I kind of wait for this to go on. But at least I can bring you guys this match. Today, there's going to be 2 best of 3s. The first best of 3 for round 1, and then there's the second best of 3 for round 2. Tomorrow, tomorrow there's going to be I was going to say. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be the final best of 3s to decide the final placements to see who gets into the Evolution Leagues and also who gets into the Legends League. Again, if you weren't here when I was mentioning it before, today's tournament and tomorrow's tournament is all about placement in the LPL season. The higher up you go, the more money you can actually stand to win and the better the team quality. I'll see if I can bring that up for you shortly. Let's have a look. Do I have it anywhere in my browser? I do not. Hoping I just had it on standby, but I don't. But as a quick overview, there is. Yeah, trying to find the prize pools. I think it's a total of $1,000 prize pool for the evolution. Amateur, I think, is $500. I can't quite remember what the Legends prize pool is. Trying real hard to find this for you guys. Again, we're still waiting for the teams. We aren't missing the match this time. Okay, I found them. So I was right. $500 total prize pool for amateur, 1,000 for the Evolution League, and it's 1,750 for the Summer Cup. So that's the Legends basically. So you really want to be trying to reach that top status and get into the top 4 so you can reach that location and earn some extra money. Also, you'll be playing against the best players in the scene. You'll be regarded as one of the best players in the Oceanic region until you probably face Bonkers or Order and they kind of wipe the floor. Those are 2 very strong teams. And if you haven't seen out how Bonkers went in the APAC Championships Tour, which is the Riot Run large tournament that's was on, at least for us, 2-3 weeks ago. Go check it out. Bonkers, they put up a good showing. They were able to take a couple of the maps, a couple of series, not even maps, couple of the series off their opponents and get a little bit further than I think what some of the oceanic scene thought they would. So it's fantastic to see. It looks like we do have the talent to compete on the world stage, at least the APAC stage, which is wonderful. And hopefully we continue to see Riot foster our community to allow us to still have an entry path into these APAC tournaments, unlike the last chance qualifiers last year, which all went haywire and things went all weird. Anyway, it looks like our players are back. They're now chatting again, which is wonderful. It seems like we're changing sides. I'm going to have to update my overlays because that's what teams do. They make things difficult for me. Game. They're changing around now. Motivational Wizards are one against opponent. That's changed around, making sure our overlay is good to go. The players are looking like they're all ready except for one. One seems to still be AFK. We're there. We're almost there. I'm sorry. I'm trying to pad this out. I don't have my statistics like I try to generally have in these when they're scheduled matches where I have like 3 or 4 days ahead to look into some of these teams. But at least some of these players you've all gonna more than likely have seen in the scene. We just need one more player. There we go. They've changed over. Final player jumps onto the team. We're so close. We're about 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 5 seconds. Yes, caster's ready. We're almost there, my friends. Almost there. And it's good to all seeing you here today. It's been, felt like a drought. At least for the LPL, doing a lot of LPL stuff because LPL's been since Valorant Oceanic 2, which is like late January, early February. It's been like a month and a half. It's been a while. And enough of me blabbering on. We are jumping into Icebox K19, it's a King's Academy. They will be going as your defenders first. Motivational Wizards will be on the other side of the spectrum and they will be attacking. So let's jump on in and see what the teams have got for us today. Hey, still loading. I don't know. My first time I ever load, I don't know if this happens to the rest of you, but whenever I first load Valorant on the first map, it feels like it takes forever. I have this on an SSD. I bet you they're already in game. No, they're not in game, but they've already got their players selected. And, well, so far, we're not really seeing too much out of the ordinary. It's almost a mirror matchup. Actually, one thing that's a little bit out of the ordinary, which I don't tend to see, which I'm going to love seeing, is some Omen. And fantastic. Due to the fact that Omen's kind of fallen off the scene. It hasn't really been seeing a lot of play compared to what he was 12 to 18 months ago. With a lot of the added agents, he's been really neglected in terms of a lot of the capabilities that he has. You've seen Sky. Once Sky appeared, I think Omen really fell off the map. But we're going to be seeing Omen, which is wonderful. Working with the Viper and Jet, they're going to have a lot of capability to lock down sightlines and work their way around points. And you're always threatened by that potential paranoia coming out onto you. So we'll see what setups they have for that. While their opponents, the Motivational Lizards, have got themselves. Oh, sorry, I was just talking about motivations. Their opponents, K16, have got themselves a fairly standard lineup, at least for this fairly standard for the last few months. You're going to be seeing that KO online, also with Chamber. Chamber is seeing more and more players being a very strong sentinel, but almost more played as a duelist because he can really put some pressure onto you, especially with that headhunter here in the first round. Or if he does have his tour de force, he'll be finding kills left, right, and center. Let's get this map underway. Again, I do apologize if the camera work's a little bit shoddy. It's been a little while for me to do some camera work. The last time I cast, which was like 2 weeks ago, I was just watching everything. So let's see how well we can keep up on that as the first little Sova information comes on out. It's going to push off Elix straight off that point, and he's going to have to fall back. The Vipers are all there, and they're just trying to maybe force a little bit of rotation, make their way up. They're checking their corners, making sure they're not going to reveal anything as of yet. They push around and Bulldog gets the beautiful first tap. Big Jumper was unable to land with the Ghost, and even if it did land with the Ghost, actually if he did land with the Ghost, that was a kill. Because there's no armor on Bulldog. While this happens, Motivational Lizards are now grouping up, getting prepared to hit the A site. Sonk is still having a little bit of head peeks here. He's got to be careful too much. If he does this too often, he may lose his head to Donkey. And now they've decided they're going to come back over to the B side. They've waited a little bit while, and it's going to be all up to Ilix here. Once he gets a sniff of this, he has to call this out for the rest of his team. Bulldog's not too far away from the rotation if he needs to help, and they've now got the sound cues, and they're starting to rotate on in 30 seconds. Ilix is trying to slow it down with the fragment. He gets a little bit of damage, and he does manage to find that kill, and his teammate Bulldog able to find a second one. 20 seconds left, 2 members, and a spike that's currently not planted. Bulldog is going to get a little bit of damage. He doesn't find the kill. He does get a beautiful shot there, and the rest of the team collapse, and K16 are able to start this one off quite nicely, if I do say so myself. Bulldog, though, those one taps are disgusting and also very frightening. You know, if Bulldog's on a site, you might not want to head to that site anytime soon. In round 2, we're going to see a fairly mixture of weapons being provided Kigns Academy. They've got the Scout, they've got some other little Spectres, Guardian. They're trying to play a lot of different distances is probably the word I'm looking for there. And unfortunately, he's not going to kill, but Donkey able to find that one up, making it look as easy as day. Sony with the Frenzy, they're just going to clean up their opponents. This was looking like it was going to be a nice little conversion round for K19. But so far, they are unable to do it. Ilix is going to try and rotate around, get a few kills, coming up from behind. See what he can find here up at the back, though. Ilix is now making his way up top. There's a sight line, keeping an eye on from down below. And look away momentarily. He's not going to see it. Up over the back of point, Sonk and Builder can still find themselves. Ilix does manage to find that kill. It's all up to Synchronic. Unable to find the kill, Defuse comes on in, and he falls on down. So, what ended up being a very good opening for Motivational Lizards, unfortunately, their motivation didn't take him all the way through that round. Few deaths, and they will fall. Now they have their full firepower coming up to the bonus rounds of Kigns Academy. Actually, I just realized. Oh no, never mind. Don't worry, I'm not going to even respond to what I was thinking then. We're all good. So Ming's going to be looking at setting up a little bit of a recon dart here. It does get, I think, back a sight. Oh, it goes into the kitchen, and it's a shock dart. So they're looking at potentially pushing into kitchen. Donkey's going to be all alone. He's suppressed, waiting. He doesn't hear any noise yet. It hasn't been revealed to him yet. But Sonk, he wants to look on out. He's waiting for it. He comes around, but he's unable to find it. Donkey gets one. He's looking for a second one. He quickly rendezvous on out of there. Bulldog on the other side finds one. Can he find the second? Yes, he can. Gets away, but only so far. And everyone is slowly falling on the side. Oh no, there's no game sounds. Thank you for someone letting me know. Oh no. Thanks for letting me know. Fixed in 3 minutes with delay. Sorry. Sorry guys, I didn't know there was no game sounds. Oh man, I've already messed it up. Luckily we're only 2.5 rounds in. And Sony's going to fall down here. Illinois is going to be able to pick up a weapon, but he pulls out his utility and will get that one kind of secured. Unfortunately for his opponent team. Minimal losses for Motivational Lizard. They were able to at least secure multiple members that will bring them into a round where they can almost all completely buy up. They might be missing a bit of utility here. I'm just going to have a quick check. Yes, Sony's going to be lacking a bit of utility. He does have the money for it, but it looks like he wants to save up for the operator. They're possibly suspecting they're going to win this round. If they don't win this round, nah, never mind. He's going to buy up the Vandal. I was going to say, if they didn't win this round, then I don't think he'd be picking up an operator while the rest of his team's on an eco. Impression comes on out. He does get a little bit of knowledge of at least where 2 agents are positioned. Which should give at least the rest of his team to make sure to keep checking on their angles. You only pick up 2. There's still a few more somewhere around the map that could be lurking. The drone is going to be trying to find his way out as Mingovi gets a little bit of knowledge that no one's behind yellow. And that's where Big Jumper is now going to rotate, trying to get a little bit of positioning. And, oh, I missed it. I apologize, but that Big Jumper is able to find the kill. A little bit of a fake TP, trying to throw off Bulldog here. Bulldog's not sure where he would have went. Jumper's thinking about peeking around the corner. He looks, he shoots, and he scores. That's Motivational Lizards. Rack up a second point on the scoreboard. Throw out the little bit of a poison orb with the snake bite to slow down any pushes. And he hears the noise on the zip lines. He hears so much different firing, and Sonny is not going to allow him to get away with it. He may have given the knowledge to the rest of his team, but that's all he's giving. As Sonk is all alone here as Motivational Lizards take a strong hold here. 5-1. But Sonk does get rid of one of that, gets rid of a little bit of weapons for his opponents, and survives. Does he wish to continue to engage though? He gets his rendezvous ready. Searches for more as he swings around the corner. Smoke keeping things just a little bit in the dark for him. A little bit of that pre-fire or blind fire is going to be able to find that kill. It's not going to be the case. Sonk is still hunting. Coming on in. Swings around the corner. He finds one. He's going to go for it. He's just going to have to hold it. He's going to die here. But he can't unfortunately bring anyone else down with it. Sonk able to at least rescue the round a little bit for the team. Get 2 weapons out of your opponent's hands. Make sure that economy doesn't run away for their opponents. And at least it gets him up a few more ultimate points, and now he's ready for that tour de force. We'll see it used here in this round, especially with the jet. They almost have that capability to just full blind this round with the jet and the tour de force. But they're not going to do it. Will be Motivational Lizards with the superior firepower here.
Revealing area.
Goes up top, trying to get a little bit of knowledge. Bulldog's hunting. He's got the daggers ready, but will he find the heads? Unfortunately for Sonk, no one's going to be coming in his direction. He'll be keeping a watch on that all himself, as Motivational Lizards are looking to storm the front. A few daggers come out, and unfortunately, Bulldog cannot land. He swings around the corner. He does even more damage, but he isn't able to find a kill. He does so much damage to his opponent that you can just see that up the map. They've all taken clips. And Kigns, nice little fragment, stops the frag from going down. And now Eleanor's trying to find where that spike is, where they're holding. It's going to be going down behind that little bit of cover. Do they have the damage for the Sonk's going to be hunting with the tour de force? And he shows someone the power, the force, teach them a little bit of physics of how strong this force, this weapon is. Eleanor's going to be pushing on in. He knows someone's here, but the scout's not going to really do too well. And actually, unfortunately, Sonk also went down. What? Alex manages to pick up that kill and they go down. So not a large investment round there from Kigns Academy. But the good news is they did again multiple points of damage against Motivational Lizards. They're still able to just hold on, but Motivational Lizards don't really have that large buffer for if they do lose a couple rounds in a row. This is 16-20 Kigns Academy time to shine. They need to make sure they win this round, otherwise they're going to be stuck in a little bit of a rut. At least financially for a few rounds.
Keep up. Get out of my way.
So, Sonny is going to try and show us how it is done on this jet. He's ready, gets rid of the... But unfortunately, I think Alanoid now knows where he potentially is. Alanoid hears the noise. He's going to be suspecting something's come with it. And there's a lot of utility now being used and placed down here. And they're thinking about rotating. Sonk's thinking about going down cargo. Bulldog's going to be able to pick up one on the other side of the map. Actually, right in front of him. Never mind. At least that's a weapon for Sonic. So, not all is lost there. A little bit of firepower's been able to trade hands. Sonic's going to be able to make another one. But Sonic still not able to find that kill. Doesn't look like he wants to be as aggressive as you might expect from your jet coming into sight. He goes back, he picks up the spike, and they might pivot into a different location. Mingovy, able to find one. And with that one kill, Sonny is almost thinking about coming back to help one out. And he is, he's now on the way. Mingovy, can he find another kill? Can he slowly chip away at 16-20 Kigns Academy's defense? He pulls out the Hunter's Fury, and he does manage to find another. He does hit his teammate, but Sonny is able to get the kills. Throws out the right click. Daggers find their mark. And all of a sudden, Motivational Lizards are ahead here in this round. The wall's been set up so they can at least lock down a little bit, but unfortunately the defuse is going to be on the other side of that wall. Elix is going to spot out that arm. Mini Govey is going to capitalize and make revenge upon his opponent, as now Ness is making his way forward, trying to see what he can get. Double Viper wall here. He might try and fake this one out. They think about going forward. He goes forward. He catches out his opponent. He has no idea where Syncrotic is, though. Syncrotic's thinking about it, and there he goes. He cleans it up. No pressure, no worry. Finds the shot. And he doesn't miss those ones. But we have a little scoreboard at the moment. Fortunately for Ness and Alanoid, they're not up to the standards of their opponents on the other team, I should say. They are unfortunately haven't been able to find their kills. The recon's not really there to be able to provide any of those assists at the moment. They're sitting a little bit far behind in terms of the pressure they're able to show. As I say, that's going to get a lot of information. Oh, it's actually been blocked off. Doesn't get anything, but he's been spotted out, and he will go down. Bulldog's able to find one as he quickly retreats. He's calling for the rotations of the rest of the team. He hears the noise. What about the rest of them? Donkey's looking at going forward. He's going to be meeting the line of sight of Bulldog very shortly. He comes around the corner. No more chamber. No more bullets left in that gun as they're still looking to come forward. The chamber from Sonk's coming around from behind to see if he can find anything. Plenty of time for him to rotate. Bulldog's still looking like he's stepping up forward. He goes and he goes on down, unfortunately. As now Sonk comes up from the back. He finds a nice little shot with the headhunter. He's still hunting for more. Hasn't been able to find it as of yet. Ness is going for the defuse. Big jumper comes around the corner. He shuts someone down before it gets anywhere further. It's all up to Ilix. He's got 2 to find here with just a Marshall, and that is not going to be enough for him.
Scanning ahead.
So if you're just tuning on in, this is the LPL Summer Cup Open Qualifiers. Top 4 teams in the tournament over the next 2 days will make their way into Legends. The next 8 into the Evolution brackets. Everyone else can apply for the Amateur or Open Leagues. So far we are map number 2. Motivational Lizards took it 13 to 11 on Haven in map number 1. We're now in map number 2, and as you can see the results, I don't need to point them out to you. You're all wise, intelligent players.
Scanning ahead.
I was going to say viewers, but I said players. I'm sure most of you are 20 times better than me. And that's just being generous of my ability. We're keeping an eye, waiting for Big Jumper to come on out. And he might be following this drone. He gets rid of the drone. A little bit of information about Big Jumper unable to follow that drone through pinpoint. Probably lucky he may have been killed there as Donkey. Look at all the space he's got here. He might just catch off his opponent here. Alanoid's not going to be keeping an eye on this, so Donkey's going to be just a little bit of a breath away from... Oh no! I swear Alanoid had a little bit of a check there. He may not have been paying too much attention though. He was thinking about his next step in the match, but Bulldog luckily able to return fire there. 4v4. Motivational Lizards are still on the charge. What can they find? The wall goes on up. Big Jumper knows that Bulldog is down low. A little bit of knowledge. And he's creating a lot of noise. He gets the chance to relocate. He's going up high. It's going to get cleaned up, but at least they know that Ness is sitting on site. And Sonny, he's going to be looking for it. He knows to jump back into the Viper's pit. He's going to be looking for it even a little bit harder. As Neck does get picked off from Synchronic. Again, Kigns Academy are going to be playing behind here in the amount of players they have left to try and retake this site. And so far, I do not believe we've seen a retake once Kigns Academy has lost it all on site. But Bulldog is looking to chase that around. He finds one, but Sonny's not going to let him get a second one. And he looks for a second, and he gets it. He gets a nice little flash, but not enough to find the kill as Village is still looking around. He gets a nice spray through the dust, but Sonny is going to be there to pick up the pieces. 2-6 and a timeout now being called by Kigns Academy. So at this stage, you probably can't blame them. They've lost 6 rounds in a row. That is a little bit ridiculous. After their first 2 rounds where they had a lot of momentum, they've just unable to find that little bit of extra edge to push them over. You can see that the scores are, at least in the kills to death, are relatively even You kind of count them all up, because that means that Kings Academy are only barely losing these rounds. They're able to wither down their opponent to 1-2. There's really not this five or four members still left on their opponents, and you're still kind of trucking along with a huge economy advantage. And with 6 rounds win, you have a look at that economy, you'd be expecting maybe 8, 9, almost capped out 9,000 credits, but they're still kept relatively low. It's enough for Motivational Lizards to probably scoot in for the rest of the round without really any economy issues. Can't say the same for 16-20 Kings Academy. They're not really in a favourable position. Again, they're going to be going on to a little bit of a bye. That break may have given them enough time to think about what they want to do here. Remember, if they lose this, they won't make their way into the Evolution or Legends bracket. They're out of the tournament. They're done and dusted. This is a do or die match where you're going to be placed in the LPL leagues. And he goes high as he's going to be spotted out, so they do know where he is. Nice little shock dart, but the shock dart's not going to land, but Bulldog is not going to miss that one. A little freebie given to him there. And he'll take them every time. A little bit of a jump. Peep, unable to get it. Alan's going to get a lot of noise of where the opponents are. Bulldog, he's still going in deep. He's got 3 daggers. Going to find a little bit of a refresh on that. And he gets it! Beautiful little shot. He's still hunting for more. And one more! Can he find it? He can't! But he's done a lot. He's at least even up the scorelines. There's a lot of weapons on the ground if they wish to be able to recover them. There we go. That's going to pick that one up. Elix is still hunting for one more weapon, so he can at least be a little bit more useful in this engagement. Sheriff is going to do well, making sure not to give any information, but this is a lot of time that's given up onto the side. And now with Donkey, he's got himself a tour de force. He's looking for the one shot, one kill, one opportunity to seize it. And Ness is going to want to shut that one down. Ooh, a little bit of a peek. Donkey knows he's there, but he's unable to find the shot. Ness comes away with it. They have no idea where Jumper is. A nice little paranoia is going to be able to get multiple there. He's going to swing around the corner. He's going to give away his position, and Ness is able to protect Big Jumper. But are we going to see it explode? He gets away with it barely, with less than half a second. If Ness was unable to find that kill, then that was game over for that round, and that could have been more losses coming 16-20 Kings Academy's way. But they will sneak that one through. They've got themselves a Sova ready and waiting. Their opponents got themselves a little bit of a Blade Storm. They've almost got some ultimates coming online with a Hunter's Fury of themselves and that Viper's Pit. So we shouldn't be seeing any too chaotic engagements, at least in terms of the ultimate utilization in this round. But things can always get messy.
Here.
So once that smoke wall comes on down, they're going to be hunting for kills actually on the other side of the map. It looks like we might be seeing an engagement very shortly. As Eleanor's thinking about coming around this corner, he gets a lot of information. He knows that two's around the corner. Will he swing with it though? I think they also know he's there too, because the drone had a very short startup and entry time to when it came into sight. Fake TP there from Big Jumper, playing with the minds of his opponents. Bulldog says, please enter my crosshairs as Syncrotic. He got the last one that had this, but he doesn't get this one. Remember, he's only got 2 teammates left to back him up. Min Govey here is going to be providing that support here on this side, as Sonny's going to be trying to create a little bit of distraction, making a lot of noise. If he can find himself one here, especially on that operator, it could open up B site. But because he's not pushing forward, he's going back. It's going to be all up to these 2 players to be able to open up and get that plant on down. Smoke's going to be coming into place. Eleanor's going to be going for the scan. He's going to show for the flash. Beautiful scan. Helps out his entire team to find a kill. Sonny and back in, making sure there's no rotates coming out. Great flash. He goes on down. Kings Academy with a very strong hold there. But he's got nowhere to go. Holds on to the Vandal, bringing that through into the next round. Round 11. A16. They seem to have potentially found themselves a little bit of form. They're coming back into this. But Bulldog, he's doing such heavy lifting at the moment. 15 and 7. Whew. He is almost, he's worth at least 3 of his members at the moment. Elnoid, Ness, and Sonk, they all jump on together and make the kill score line that your Jet's got. And that's what you want. You want your Jet to provide those opportunities. But I don't want to take away. We saw Elnoid with a beautiful scan there, which really helped him and Alex really complete the trifecta at the end there, finding all 3 kills on that, near that site. Going to go around and hunt for more. Bulldog is going to have to quickly retreat, giving away his location of where that operator is. The Viper's Pit comes on down as the rest of K16 start to collapse and surround this point. They're going to smother this. I don't know, it will work though. Fragment comes on down, it's not going to find its target, it will delay it a little bit longer. Big Jump is taking a lot of damage. Hunter Fury is coming on through, not going to find any kills there, but does ward them off the point a little bit longer as now the plant goes on down. Sonny's keeping an eye on his own teammate. And with that, they will retreat. How will K16 be able to deal with this? The Sovus drone's coming on in, trying to spot out where anyone is at the moment. He doesn't find that there was one sitting up top, but doesn't matter. He's going to find one for the kill with the help of the operator. Beautiful shots there. But there's 2 sitting up high. Are they going to know about this though? Nice little suppression coming on out there. Sony's going to be looking. He sprays, he shoots. But they didn't see where the bullets came on from. Psychotic comes on down. Sonny also will fall alongside his teammate. That will be the round. K16 bringing themselves back closer, picking up a 3rd consecutive round, and now the Infinity Motivational Lizards are looking a little bit dire.
Last round in the half.
But it is the last round, and like I mentioned, they should be able to get through all of those rounds, even if they lost them, with a little firepower to help them in. So K16 looking at evening the scoreboard coming into map number 2 here. They do have the firepower. They're starting to get a little momentum and feel confidence here on Icebox. Motivational Lizards there, no slouch. I believe they were actually behind in the first half of their map number 1. I was watching their scoreline while listening to the music. Oh no! Sonk did not suspect the Spanish Inquisition as the 3 start running down up into kitchen, grabbing themselves a lot of room. Bulldog says, please show me your face, and he gets it! Another beautiful headshot, but he's going to be cleaned up by Mini Govey, who swings in from the side, protecting the rest of his teammates to decide to funnel in through kitchen. Elnoid's a little bit worried. Elnoid is paranoid. We see maybe soon his Big Jump is coming into position. He does have that paranoia up and available. As he gets acknowledged that someone is sitting up here, he's going to quickly retreat. Psychonic's going to get another one, and also makes a hastily retreat and gets back behind the cover.
Last player standing.
And that will be a kill there, as now they all quickly jump over to the A site and they will get that one going for you. All up to Elnoid here. Unfortunately, he hasn't been the leading kill fragger for his team, so this is looking like a very strong challenge here. But Elnoid is ready for it. Can he find it? Unfortunately not. Donkey will be coming away with that one. Leading us into the second half with an advantage towards Motivational Lizards.
Switching sides.
So one of the big things about that for Motivational Lizards is they're going to at least stem the bleeding. They will lose in rounds. You don't want to come into the second round with a 3, 4, 5 loss streak, because that momentum can easily ride throughout the rest of the map, especially in a pistol round. If you're feeling confident, comfortable, and coordinated, you're going to find more than likely the round in the pistol. If you're feeling a little bit less confident, you might not take the shots that you normally would win. You might get caught out by your opponent because you're really not challenged them in for a lot of the key locations. But we'll see how well they can go. Both sides coming in relatively even footing.
Shutting them down. They're suppressed.
Kigns Academy hunting at this stage, trying to get some knowledge. Jumbo and prepared to throw another smoke down, slow things down, and that's exactly how K16 want to play right now. They don't mind if a little bit of smoke comes in out. Jumper's going to be prepared, holding, waiting. If any information comes from Donkey, such as a push is coming, he's going to prepare that. They hear a little bit of noise, and he quickly throws on that out. believe that. Does that give him a one-way? I don't think so, actually. Actually, it gives them a little bit of a one-way. They can see the feet of any attackers that do come through. Annoyed and Ness are prepared to follow Bulldog into the ends of the world. And now it's down to engage. Smoke's coming up the walls there. No Sova Dart to help out for the information as the rest of Motivational Lizards now start coming on in. You're going to see the push come on in. Oh, if I could find the right player. Oh my god, I'm terrible. Bulldog is going to come away with that. Kigns. No way. He gets a beautiful shot there as he turns back around. Alnoid trying to get some information. Big Jumper's going to be swinging from the side. He's all alone. And it looks like he might be hunted down very shortly. They might just push this on in because a Spectre with a few shots cannot, surely, not deal with 3 members of the team. And he has to come to them anyway, so... They know he's taking a lot of shots. This might be the time they push him. And there we go. Bulldog picking up the 4th. Putting in the numbers for K16. 21 kills. He's almost got his entire team. Well, he's not almost. He's getting close to reaching the entire rest of his team in that kill count. And Bulldog is just absolutely popping off the rest of his team. Really holding them together. He's the glue to this truck. And they are starting to pick up momentum, barreling down their opponents. But Motivational Lizards, not going to let this roll. Gonna try and put the brakes on for this truck. Hijack it. Try and at least get it off the road. Do something. A little bit of information coming out there. They're gonna get at least, there's one down here. Looking there, again, they're preparing the information. Minigov is setting up, but there's so much room. Ooh, actually, a nice little shock dart there. It's gonna get a bit of damage. Alnoid's gonna get a nice little spray coming around through the wall. Again, this is all blind from both these teams. One's eventually going to come out, and that's what happened there with the Spectre. Wolves are down for both teams. Bulldog lining it on up. The man on a mission. He swings around the corner. He gets one! Can he find any more, though? Oh, almost. Donkey is going to be able to get that there. So much low health here on Motivational Lizards. Can they actually do this though? Big Jumper says yes as they continue to push on forward. Minigov comes on through. He's unable to find the kill. Donkey loses all his team. Oh no, I said his last name. I was trying to avoid that. Donkey, he loses the rest of his team and will fall down to the pressure. 7-all. But this is a familiar sight. Kigns Academy, they won their first 2 rounds in the first half, and then Motivational Lizards put an end to that with 6 consecutive wins shortly after. Can Motivational Lizards do that again here on the defense? Well, they're getting into some very aggressive positions here, like they want to try and attempt it. Synchronic and Donkey are going to be looking at possibly pushing down very deep here. Put themselves up in a little bit of crossfire. Synchronic's maybe going to be hoping to create a little bit of distraction noise and leaving Donkey asked to swing. But Donkey's not going to be the case there. He's going to be swinging around the corner. He sees the army quickly rendezvous view. He doesn't find the kill. But what does? Synchronic. Good with the teamwork there. He takes a lot of damage, but there's a lot of damage being done to the side of Kigns Academy as everyone is falling down to the shots of Motivational Lizards. Donkey, he had low health, but that won't stop him finding kills. I'm just going to be watching that plant location.
Here.
He's using the advantage of his weapons. Remember, Ghost and Spectre, not really the most damaged. They've got a very poor damage fall off. They're really good at kind of your mid to short ranges. Ghost isn't too bad at long, but at least for Synchronic, whatever hits him will kill him. I can't see him surviving anything longer than that. And Motivational Lizards, they're holding quite strong at the moment across the sites. They're really not too sure where to go, but they may have heard a little bit of noise there, and they're getting ready to fire. And I think that's what you're going to see as Synchronic. He's still holding the angle. They're not going to check it. He sprays, but the shock dart will get the double. Mingovy. I apologize for butchering your name. is able to secure that with a double shock dart, bring his scores up level with the rest of his team. And speaking of scores, you have a look at Motivational Lizards. They're really spread out across in terms of the kills. They're all able to kind of carry their weight in terms of the engagements, the physical engagements with the weaponry. However, that's not to say that King's Academy, Alanoid and Ness aren't pulling their weight with the utility using. I mean, you've seen that with Alanoid. We saw a couple of rounds where that recon bolt was superior to getting them the round win. And Ness, well, is Viper ever truly not useful? I mean, even throw up a wall most of these rounds to cut off, more often than not, 2/3 of a site is absolutely wonderful in that of itself. So, as we go into a tech pause, we're going to come back here. You're going to see me for a little while as we wait for the tech to resolve itself. One of the players unfortunately DC'd, so, which I think you guys saw. I don't have any overlay covers because I don't even know where I could... What could I use? I can't even use the one that I do have. The one I do have is definitely not for this series, so I can't even use that. But we will be waiting. It was, fortunately, our Omen, if he's well. Gotta keep an eye on that, so we're waiting for Big Jumba to come back into the map. Once that does happen, we'll be resuming our scheduled program. While you're all here, I do want to say thank you very much for joining along today. I mean, supporting both these two teams. I know there's a lot of new faces that I haven't seen before, and you are chatting in the Twitch chat, so welcome aboard. Hope you do enjoy the broadcast, seeing your friends up on, I was going to say big stage, but it's probably not such a big stage. At least my channel, it's not a big stage. If you're also interested in getting involved, I will probably also promote something else on the circuit. The fact that I'm running it, so I'm doing a give back tournament. This is to say thank you to all those players that have supported me so far in the Valorant tournament. I got a Twitch payout about a few weeks ago, and I wanted to put into a Valorant tournament to say thank you to the Oceanic scene. And Digital Cast also provided some money to put into the pool, bringing it up to a prize pool of $130. One day tournament, $130. Not too bad if I do say so myself. If you're at all interested in getting involved in that, make sure to check out the challenge link that you'll see in Twitch chat. EBT tournament. If you are interested, it is a free for anyone to get on board, jump on in, and enjoy that. So, again, it's next Sunday. We're going to be teams. It's a best of 1 double elimination, and then it's a best of 3 grand finals. There's going to be a little bit of a twist to the grand finals, something you probably haven't really seen in other tournaments. Why? It's my tournament. Why not? I can do that. But if you're interested, make sure to check that one out. Anyway, good news. We are back in the game. We've got our member back on in. So let's get to it as we resume. Donkey again with Synchronic, hoping to make it 2 for 2 here, as they were very aggressive last time here in this location. And Donkey, it's not going to pay off this time. Bulldog is able to find the kill, stopping that from happening a second time. They were prepared, they were ready. But will they be ready for Sonny? Sonny is so far up into his opponent's other half, and it feels like that's the entire motive of Motivational Lizards here in this round. Get all up in your opponent's grill, try and catch them off in these unorthodox locations. If you can find one and retreat, then you are set. I don't know if he's going to spot this one out. Sonny, oh, Sonny looks away at the wrong time. Oh, did he see a head? Alex did also see the head. It's quickly trying to avoid. I'm a little surprised he decided to use the zip line there and not dash. He wanted to try and save his utility, but that's going to go against him. Big Jumba swings wide, but Bulldog says no.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, King's Academy have been able to lock and load 5v2. It's going to be very hard for the Motivational Lizards to come back on this. So what are they going to do? They're going to sit around just a little bit longer. They're just going to go home, find themselves a nice place to camp, set up a campfire, bring themselves the marshmallows out to the party, because they are not going to want to attempt to take this fight whatsoever. If we have a little bit of economy look, you can kind of see why. they should be able to, even if these two players died, they would be able to bring in a full firepower the next round. But Donkey, not so much. However, they might look at securing an ultimate orb for Donkey next round. If they can do that, they will get a Latour de Force, which could be all Donkey needs to be able to provide that sustain his team's need, find himself a kill, and maybe secure himself a weapon shortly after. Round 17, both teams are tied, and A16 not looking replicating what happened in the first half. No consecutive rounds there for Motivational Lizard, as Motivational Lizards will get shut down. They still have enough to fire here. They even managed to buy Donkey a little bit of a weapon here. And Donkey, he's going to be using this weapon to keep an eye down through. If anyone's going to be rotating coming up from Hackers spawn. And Sonic's going to get one. He swings around the corner. He tries to stop the ultimate orb getting picked on up. But he does have to rendezvous out. It was dangerous to stand around for too long.
Take flight.
A16 unable to capitalize on that little bit of a positional disadvantage. Mingovy is going to be able to find a kill and retreat all the way back home. 4v4 here as the sides are starting to get a little bit thin. I know Hunted. Oh, he collects. Oh no, he didn't. I thought he'd collect. That's a little unfortunate. Someone pinged him out a little location on the kitchen. Checks that kitchen. They now know kitchen's a little bit free. But what do they decide to use with this information? They start preparing to go to the A site. They did hear that Sova Dart coming on through. They at least know that's now a cooldown. So if they do want to push up onto the site, they don't have to be as fearful of being spotted out. And like Motivational Lizards are splitting it up a little bit, leaving it all up to Sonny to keep this site locked down.
30
What can
seconds
Sonny
left.
do here? Gonna swing around the corner. They double peek. He gets one and he dashes. He's
Spike
out.
down A.
Now they know where the entire team is. King's Academy is going to be behind by one member here as a default is planted. Shock Dart does a little bit of damage, but unfortunately the second dart is not there to continue to follow that one up. Sonny jumps on down, but he's not going to check around this corner. Son does swing, finds himself one. He gets a little bit of knowledge that the people are coming on in through the front door. He sees that there's a little bit of Viper information there. He's taking a lot of damage from the pit. He swings around as the utility was out, but he's not going to be able to find that kill. Mingo's going to go for the nice little defuse. And, well, Donkey able to protect his team, protects the defuse, and they grab the round. Spike defuse out of here, and Motivational Lizards will make sure that King's Academy does not get a sniff of what it's like to be in the lead.
That works.
This, however, does not stop King's Academy to be able to build up their weapons here coming into this round. They're going to have plenty of utility, ultimates, weapons, all to play with at the moment. Sonk is going to be saving his money as he's going to be going for the Tour de Force to see how well he goes there.
Teleport's ready. They are so dead.
Sonk making sure that he's not going to be visible if he goes for these aggressive little maneuvers. As Donkey is on the other side, he's got himself a Tour de Force if he wishes to use it, but he looks like he might be saving it. Maybe bring it to the next round if his economy's not doing too well, which you can see there is at 150. What can he find here, though? Synchronic finds one. Donkey swings. He saw the little bit of a backside of Alan, but he can't clean it up. He quickly gets on out of there, and that seems to be the motive for Donkey. He's a little bit more defensive when it comes to these positional players. If he misses that first shot, he's out. He's not even going to try and challenge. He's not going to go for the spray. He's going to take a second attempt later on in the map.
Poison's off.
But it's getting a little bit of knowledge that someone's still looming in the area with those bit of firepower being sprayed through his poison orb. Elix decides he's going to swing on over. His duty will be to pick up the spike and bring it into the B site take. It's going to be all up to Donkey and Synchronic, and these two have been working absolute wonders together. Good coordination, good little situational awareness to be able to help each other out in these crossfires. How will it come here? Sonny is also now coming on in. The wall goes on down and Synchronic will make sure he buries one. Can he bury the second one? He can indeed. The final kills all over the place. Sonic has to get on in there, but by this stage, the time is already down. Can Ness find a kill? Well, it doesn't matter. game is over, round is done, and that will secure it here for the Motivational Lizards. So, more ultimates now coming online. Sonk no longer got the headhunter, or not headhunter, with Tour de Force available to him. They still have the Viper's Pit and Bulldog to create that space if required. It looks like he's not going to be able to pick up, he's not picking up any weapons himself to make sure that he's, yeah, sorry. He's going to be relying purely on that Blade Storm. And what can he make available here? Sonny's going to be one solid defense holding here on this A side. Hunting, staying low. Big Jump's going to be able to find himself a kill. Quickly gets back. Looking at throwing that paranoia. He does get the paranoia out. Sonny is going to be a little bit available here. As now Bulldog, he's got 4 daggers left, and that's how you do it. You start off with 1. Can he find any more? Hunter's Fury in the background gets stuck on. There we go. 2.
Welcome to my world.
Still hunting. Still searching. Bulldog's trying to make it so his team can pull this one back in. It's 3 versus 3. Bulldog applying a lot of pressure to these opponents at the moment. Quickly dash on out of there, make sure he doesn't get killed. Sonk able to help support his teammate. Bulldog peeks on out. He misses the shots, but unfortunately for Psychotic, Sonk does not. It is all up to Mingovi. He doesn't know where any of them are. He sees the face of KO at the last second creepily pop out through the Viper's Pit. And we'll clean them up. So K19 not allowing Motivational Lizards to get more than 2 points ahead.
That's a good spot.
And this is where Motivational Lizards, their economy management is coming into play. You've got Syncrotic, he's got himself a weapon. Sonny is also able to rock into this round because he did only use that Blade Storm previously. And Donkey has that Headhunter. Sheriff also got himself a little Tour de Force. Plenty of firepower, plenty of damage. What can they do with it here? Sonny, oh, cannot find the first shot. He's going to quickly have to dash away there, as Bulldog's going to be hunted for more. Remember, Bulldog, leading kill fragger here in this map. If he goes down, that's a lot of K19's chances as Alanai finds a kill up on the outside. Bulldog comes around the corner with the help of Elix. Good little support play there. No one left alone when it comes to these challenges of K19. But Donkey, oh, he saw something, and he finds the head of Bulldog. Sonk's going to be holding here. Big Jumma didn't suspect a thing. 2v4. Kigns Academy are 2 up at the moment. Donkey R's going to reduce that by 1. He's still hunting. Can the Force find any more? Will the tour continue, or will it come to an abrupt end?
Last player standing.
And it looks like he's losing teammates left, right, and center. He's got no one left to tailgate, to bring him up to the hill, to bring him to the front of the peloton. And he will go down. Even scoreline. If you just tuned on in, this is only map number 2. This is a best of 3. Motivational Lizards took game number 1. 13-11 on Haven. We are round 21. Scores are tied. Kigns Academy wanting to not get eliminated from this tournament. You may ask yourself, what is this tournament? Well, this tournament is to qualify for different leagues in the LPL series. Each league, the higher league you go, the more prize there is. So you want to try and qualify as high as you can, and so you can try and get as much of that prize pool as you can. They're starting to split up all across the place. Look at this lockdown. They've got every angle covered except from behind them. They're not afraid of Kitchen. They're not suspecting anyone's coming that way. They do have I always forget the name of that KO's old little alarm board. Trademark. They do have some of that down mid and up in the kitchen, so it allows them to kind of position their players in a little bit of a unorthodox style, because they will get it limited, similar to what you would do with a Killjoy or even a Cypher, getting you that knowledge. Sonk, if he finds himself an opening here, it could force a rotation of the rest of the team. And you can see that Mingovy is already thinking about rotating, but because of the nice little suppress coming out from his opponent, he's staying around to still hold on here as the Hunter's Fury comes it out. He finds one. Goodbye, Mingovy. As Eleanor's going to be able to clean that one up, they do lose their own teammate in response, and that was Bulldog. Bulldog, a key player for Kigns Academy, is now down, living up to the rest of his team to try and secure this round. And Sonk's going to do that. He finds himself one. No more worker. Donkey's not going to be there for the retake. As now Sonny and the rest of his tour is starting to push on forward. They come around the corner. They work together. They find one. Sonny finds another one. And they're just burning down the members of the opposing team. The spray from Sonk is not there. Motivational Lizards come out ahead.
Oh, they tried. Oh, was that important?
And with that, Motivational Lizards again not allowing Kigns Academy to have a chance to feel what it's like ahead here in this map. It's good in the first 2 rounds. And now a timeout's being called by K16. Again, they're the ones that are going to be trying to put a little bit of a halt on this map, try and slow it down to make sure that Motivational Lizards don't run away with this. They're going to be thinking about what they want to run here, potentially strategy that they're going to call here. Or maybe someone's just got to go take a little bit of a leak. But most likely it's probably just time for them to settle their nerves. Remember, they lose here, they're out of the tournament. Definitely some nerves you don't want to have to deal with. 20 seconds left. Thank you all for tuning on in. Actually, while we're here, I'm just going to check to see if my replays are working. Oh, beautiful. Look at that beautiful shot. They are working. That's what we want to see. I think we see another beautiful shot. No, that's just the one. Cool. So the good news is my replay's working. I was a little worried that it wasn't working. So at least we get some time to test that feature out. As the time ticks on over the map, it starts on up again. The round's gone. Kigns Academy about to be heavily pushed here from Motivational Lizards. They're all standing in very aggressive positions, and Ness is going to run around the corner. He could very well die. He takes a little bit of damage as Sonny is thinking about going further in. Ooh, Sonny's going to step on back to the safety of the cover of the rest of his team, keeping an eye down below him. Not going to be able to find anything there. As Kigns Academy is going to make their way to the B site, they might be calling this correctly. And a quick rotation from Motivational Lizards. They hear the plant going on down, and everyone is going to start making their way, but they don't know where anyone is. They've got no intel. I don't think Synchronic knows that anyone even crossed here, and that is not going to be great if he's going to be able to catch the rest of his team off guard. Oh, he sees one, hits one, two. Beautiful little cross, beautiful kills. And Bulldog knows where that third one is. And Sonny's going to have to quickly jump. Big Jumba is making the plays, but the plays only go so far. A16. We're picking up this round, but how many will they lose in trying to stop this Jet from getting away with it? They're going to be very careful. If they give Sonny another kill, well, he'll be able to pass his weapon off to probably Donkey or even Mingovy, and then be able to pick up the Blade Storm herself. Just gotta be a little bit cautious there. And this time, Motivational Lizards are gonna be throwing out their timeout. Is this a little bit of pressure now? We're starting to see Motivational Lizards. They tried to make sure to glue up the cracks before they form and become too much of an issue. Are they just formulating some absolutely unorthodox plan? 5 men down mid, blow up Kigns Academy, and take their way towards match point. Match and series point if Motivational Lizards can win it here. Team 20 Kings, they're trying to stay alive. Both teams are very familiar with this 11-11 scoreline. They were both 11-11 on Haven on the previous map. But the Motivational Lizards took 2 rounds to win it. Will this happen here again? Okay, give me a decent camera angle. Okay. Don't then, Valorant. don't give me a decent camera angle. For a second I thought Mingavi wasn't back yet. Just taking his time. No need to rush. He's going to be the one keeping an eye down at mid, and it looks like we might be getting a little bit of a pressure over on the A side again. This was similar to what we saw Motivational Wizards do in that last round. And they're going to be looking to try and do this to Kigns Academy a second time. May not have worked the first, but they're sure hoping that it will work a second time. And Sonny, he's already given that weapon off to someone else. He gets the Blade Storm, and there we go. Now they have a lot of that firepower that they wanted to bring almost on equal footing with their opponents now. 16-20 Kigns Academy don't decide they want to try and take that A site. They know that that Jet is somewhere in that vicinity. And they're going to be coming up against at least a Viper, because Vipers are generally your B side hold.
Toxins, poison orb emitting.
And with Viper, the wall's already been used as a very aggressive cut down mid. It's not going to be helpful here in this engagement. So once that wall falls, that will be because of Ness. And Ness will be dropping it to help give a little bit of vision to the rest of the team. Alnite gets a beautiful shot through the wall. Ness gets caught on out and has to go for a challenge. He is dead. Sonk takes a few shots to the face of daggers. Not enough to kill him yet. And Sonny wishes he got more, because he's now out of daggers. And so he's going to be swinging around, get a little bit of weapon from his rest of his team. That did fall a little bit earlier. Sonk's able to find one. He's going to be hunting for a second one. And he gets the collateral. He gets the double. Can he find the third? He cannot. But that is enough for them to win the round. And just to note, he didn't get the collateral. I think he just got the single one. But he did get the double. So that was a beautiful shot there. As Sonk saying that he too can shoot like the best of them. Trying to catch up to Bulldog there with the kills. Brings himself to match point. This is map number 2. And this is Kigns Academy to bring us into map number 3. Here in the summer Open Qualifier Cup. I can't remember the name. I lost it. Oh my god, Alnoid, they've started off so hard. Big Jumbo, he was so far forward. He had no backup anywhere near him. The site's completely free. And I think Alnoid's just going to get a lot of that information now. Knows where the server is, pushing him off the garden. They've secured the entire site. The plant's going to go on down. 4 members of Motivational Wizards here to try and retake this site. They're all slowly coming into sight though. Can they make it in time though? Alnoid doesn't have much hit points left, but he does have the utility. Mingo's going to be able to find one, but Alnoid does eventually go on down, living a 3 versus 2. Motivational Wizards still behind on the digits. And Kodak and Donkey, they're hunting for more. Big beautiful shot from Donkey. We've seen this from time and time again. He just gets beautiful shots. The shotgun, the judge isn't going to help him there. Syncrotic goes on down. It's 1v1. Sonk needs to not challenge us unless he knows it's been defused. He doesn't need to lose this. The judge, oh, Donkey almost gets picked off. Sonk ain't able to find the kills. He's just shoulder peeking about the moment. And there is map number 2 going towards Kigns Academy. Let's have a little look at these beautiful score lines. A little bit of stats for you before we switch scenes and let the players have a bit of a break before they get ready for map number 3. Look at Bulldog. Look at that economy rate. The combat score. Everything is just phenomenal on him, leading the way in almost every statistic except the plants, which Ness was the designated planter with the 6 plants over there. Beautiful kills there. Bulldog really helping secure that, and Stomp coming through at the end there. Alnoid, Ilex, and Ness all enabling the rest of the team. Utility, lockdown, control. They were there, and Motivational Lizards weren't able to keep on up. So my friends, that was map number 2. We got one more for you to find out who will be moving forward in the best of 3 series in only round number 1 of the LPL Summer Cup Open Qualifiers. There's still a second best of 3 series coming up today. Who is it with? I don't know. Whoever can sneak in and watch their match. We might even follow K16 throughout the day if we can't find any other match, because why not? We might follow... There was another team that contacted me recently. I can't remember the name. Or if K16 can't make it through on map number 3, then we'll be seeing, possibly, and following their opponents, which... The Motivational Lizards, surely would put some serious pressure into round number 2. Anyway, I'm saying a lot of jargon. Let's just get it to some music. We'll be back for map number 2 very shortly. Or map number 3. Sorry guys, I'm out of it.